Welcome to this presentation of Investing with the Best. My name is Jim Barry and I'll be your host. You're about to hear an interview with Carrie Stevens, a financial advisor with Stevens Investments, LLC, located in Allen Park, Michigan. But before we get to the featured interview, let me tell you a little more about Carrie. Serving the needs of retirees, business owners, and high net worth individuals, Carrie specializes in retirement planning, 401ks, and asset management. He uses his extensive knowledge in the investment and insurance fields to help his clients build their wealth and protect their assets. Carrie has been recognized in the industry for his professional accomplishments, including acceptance into the President's Circle for 3 consecutive years. Carrie makes his home in Wyandotte, Michigan with his wife Kimberly. But when he has time away from the office, they love to travel. Some of their fondest memories were created on a trip to Paris. They enjoyed taking in such spectacular sights as Notre Dame and relaxing on cafe patios. Aside from traveling, Carrie's other favorite pastimes include boating and scuba diving. But he especially enjoys photography and has captured a variety of subjects in his work. Now that you know a little more about this financial services professional, let's join the featured interview with Carrie and Investing with the Best. Carrie, is there a way to describe your typical client?
I would say there are really 4 groups. First would be the affluent, high net worth individuals, generally retired or at least very close to it, who have worked hard to accumulate significant wealth and want to protect it. Second would be successful professionals, including doctors, corporate executives, CPAs, and attorneys. Third would be the small business owner. I help them both individually and also with the corporate needs, retirement plans, and 401ks. And fourth, a growing segment and a very rewarding part of my business are women investors, including both widows and divorcees. So you can see my clients tend to come from a wide variety of backgrounds, but they have a few things in common. They are successful, they are very much entrepreneurial, and they have accumulated a fair amount of wealth, and they want to take care of it.
What can financial planning really do for me?
A good financial plan is similar to a checkup that can help diagnose your financial health. Financial planning initially may seem overwhelming when all the facets of a good financial plan are considered. However, if a step-by-step approach is taken, the pieces come together to form a complete picture. But before we can take a look at the complete picture, we need to examine the individual components first. Here's some questions to think about. For example, how much am I worth today? That's your current profile. Am I minimizing my taxes? That's tax planning. How much do I need to save to send my kids to college? That's college planning. How do I want to live during retirement, and will I run out of my money? Retirement planning. Will my assets pass to my beneficiaries according to my wishes and in an efficient manner? This is estate planning. If I were to die unexpectedly, could my surviving family afford to maintain their current lifestyle? That's survivor protection. Do I have adequate disability coverage to ensure my current lifestyle if I or my spouse were to become disabled? Income protection. Is my current investment strategy in line with all of my goals and objectives? Investment planning. This is why they call it a comprehensive financial plan, and this is what I specialize in doing for my clients. In other words, tying all the loose ends together.
Financial planning services are offered through Linsco Private Ledger, member NASD, SIPC. Tell us the areas you specialize in with your clients.
I would say there are 4 specific areas. First and foremost would be retirement planning to help provide for a safe, secure, and comfortable retirement, and to really make sure that the golden years are just that, truly golden. Second would be wealth accumulation, so they can potentially increase and grow their assets so they outpace inflation without having to take any undue risk. Third would be tax reduction, to help reduce their tax burden and not to have to pay any more than they absolutely have to by taking advantage of tax-free and tax-deferred investment vehicles. And fourth would be the estate planning, to help ensure what they have worked for so hard to accumulate is passed on to their heirs in an orderly fashion in the most tax-efficient way. All of these pieces of the puzzle really come together for my clients to really create the foundation for a very successful retirement.
Carrie, how important is estate planning, and is it really necessary?
Let me answer that by first showing you some real-life examples of people who didn't plan properly. These are names you'll recognize, but the lessons here are these people had all the resources to make sure their estate planning was in order. But the fact of the matter is, they didn't take a look at the devastating results. These people certainly had the money to utilize the brightest minds to help with their estate planning needs, but still look at what happened. My point is this. I think you owe it to your heirs to make sure that you have done everything you possibly can do to make sure that what you have worked so hard to accumulate is passed on to your heirs in an orderly and efficient manner. With the possible tax law changes affecting estate planning being talked about, now is the time to review your situation. Don't make the mistake these well-known celebrities did. I help my clients to make an informed and educated decision, but only after knowing what all of their possible options are.
Talk about your values and business philosophy for just a minute.
That's something that must be considered in deciding whether they want to do business with me. However, there are some general principles that I follow. First, I believe that any sound investment plan must be tailored to the specific needs of each client. Therefore, I spend a tremendous amount of my time listening to understand my clients' investment objectives. Then and only then, I can create a plan to help achieve their goals. Second, I believe any wealth-building strategy must encompass asset allocation and investment diversification. A successful wealth-building plan should provide peace of mind, and this is what I help my clients to achieve. Third, I tend to be conservative, and I encourage my clients to develop reasonable expectations. I understand the accumulating wealth is a long process that requires patience and discipline. I understand the stock market is not a gambling casino, but rather an investment forum. And finally, I understand that my clients have plenty of choices of where to do business. But they choose to do business with me because of the exceptional service I provide and the value I add to the relationship we have. This is evidenced from the tremendous number of my clients that refer me to their friends, family members, and business associates.
Now, Carrie, what are the advantages of hiring an individual money manager versus just investing in mutual funds?
There are many advantages to hiring an individual money manager. First, aligning interests with yours. Separate account manager fees are a flat fee, based on a percentage of the assets they manage for you. There are no commission fees involved. They have a vested interest in you making as much as possible because they make money by growing your assets. Second, sliding fee schedules. Most institutional money managers charge a lower percentage fee for larger accounts. Mutual funds, by contrast, assess the same expense ratio to all investors, regardless of the account size. Third, strict adherence to investment guidelines. Separate account managers follow the guidelines in your investment policy statement closely, ensuring minimal change in their investment style over time. Mutual fund managers often have more latitude in how they manage their assets. And fourth, tax efficiency. When you invest via a separate account vehicle, you own the stocks in your portfolio directly, and you can control when and whether you sell these stocks to realize capital gains and losses. Your separate account manager may be able to reduce investment taxes by matching capital gains with losses, by deferring realization of capital gains, and through other strategies. With substantial assets to invest, you deserve your own portfolio manager rather than being lumped together with thousands of other investors in a mutual fund.
Hopefully, this gives you an idea of the services Carrie Stevens provides and the type of clients he works with. If what you've listened to over the last few minutes has made sense, then I would invite you to take advantage of a complimentary consultation to sit down and learn more. There's no cost and no obligation. If you want to take advantage of this consultation, you'll be given an opportunity to do so at the end of this presentation. Also, be sure to click on the Additional Information button. There you'll find several interactive calculators. They'll help you with your retirement planning, college funding, life insurance, and estate planning needs. You can plug in your own numbers and play what-if scenarios. There's a print feature with these calculators, so you can print out the charts and graphs you produce. Take your time and use them as much as you like. And finally, if you found this presentation helpful and think others you know could benefit from it, please enter their contact information at the end of this CD-ROM. Carrie will be happy to send them a copy. Thanks again for taking the time to listen. Securities offered through Linsco Private Ledger, member NASD, SIPC.